Alright, gamers, welcome back to the stream! Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and address probably the biggest elephant in the room. It has been a number of weeks since I streamed. Like, maybe a little bit more than it should have. First of all, at the beginning of the last episode, I was talking about how it was my finals week, and, you know, I was spending a lot of time doing that, but my finals week had just ended, and hopefully I was going to have a lot more time to do that. But I ended up being very wrong about that. I've been taking some summer courses, and I thought that it was going to be a lot easier. You know, I thought those courses were a lot more watered down, which they are, admittedly. But the biggest problem with them is that, well, they're hyper-accelerated as a result of that, too. You know, the summer is a lot shorter, and, you know, I've actually had to turn in something almost every single day from multiple classes for, like, the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I've had very little time to get back to streaming and everything. But I kind of just wanted to talk about that for a second, you know, kind of explain what's the deal with that. Okay. So, at the end of the last episode, I kind of was, you know, continuing doing, you know, setting up all my tools and armor and stuff, getting all my enchants done with the trading hall, all my diamond tools, getting that all ready, you know, my level 30 enchants and stuff. And I got really, really far, basically to the point of completion here. But I did do a few things off camera between the last episode and this one. So, first of all, I ended up finishing my boots completely off camera, with the exception of Soul Speed 3. That's going to be something we do at a later date, especially because that's just not something that I need for the dragon fight. You know, it's a very recent enchant that didn't even exist, like, way before when the dragon, you know, was first introduced. Second of all, I did some, but not all of the helmet. So I think there's 3 more things that need to go on the helmet. But I actually do have a book over here in the enchanting chest. Okay, so it's just 2 more things, but I already pre-prepared this, so that's going to be one of the first things we do today, is combine that. I might need a little bit more XP to make that happen, but we'll see in a second here. Also, my stuff was really, really low as far as durability goes at the end of the last episode. So I spent some time down at the zombie spawner, making sure all my stuff was healed up pretty well. We got basically everything all the way back to full health, or just at least enough to the point where it could be useful for me. And then I finished my axe and shovel. So I got, you know, my axe I can actually use as a weapon now because it's got sharpness on it. And then my shovel, here's what's great about having my shovel finished. With Fortune 3 on it, when you break gravel, it gives you an 100% flint drop. That is huge because, you know, now that we have a bow, I'm going to need that a whole lot in the end fight. So that's going to be one of the things we focus on today, is crafting just a ridiculous amount of arrows. And I should also mention, so that's everything that I did off camera. But I should mention that with what I'm preparing for in this episode, you know, now that I'm done doing all of my armor and stuff, this will be one of the last 2 episodes in the first season of this hardcore playthrough. So congratulations, you've made it to basically the end here. I do have a task list for today for what I want to do. It's a large number of things, but most of them are going to be pretty easy to accomplish. You know, I titled this episode, Prepare for War, because I think that's probably appropriate. But we need to get all of the extra necessary materials for the end fight, just to either keep myself protected or just make sure that I continue to be prepared. So I think, yeah, we'll use this as our working chest just so we have a place to put everything that we're going to use for the end fight. I think, okay. The first thing that I have up on here is golden apples. I think that makes a ton of sense. I've got one in here already, and I've got a bunch of gold in here, but not like a giant amount. So let's see what we've got as far as apples go. I've got 6. You know, that's actually, as far as regular apples goes, I think I could live with like 7 golden apples, but I'm definitely going to need to get more gold because that's not going to be enough to make them. So let me make what I can real quick. It puts us up to 3 golden apples, and we've got 4 left. So put this in here. We're going to spend some time mining today for gold, which, you know, I typically don't look for gold, so most of the gold in the general area around us should still be there for the most part. You know, I've kind of just picked it up when I've seen it, and it's convenient, but there's definitely a lot of gold that I've never mined before that's basically right here by spawn. The second thing is going to be arrows. We need arrows, just to make sure that we're actually able to fight the dragon to a substantial amount. The third thing I've got on it is we need blocks, and I actually don't have a whole lot of cobblestone, but we need blocks for two reasons. We need blocks so we can stack up to the obsidian towers and break the end crystals if it's not easy to shoot them from, whatever angle we might be at. But also, I always forget about this. The end platform, the obsidian platform that you spawn on in the end, not all the time spawns on the end island itself. And it has been the bane of me. There's been a few playthroughs that I've done where I've forgotten to bring blocks with me and, spawned like 20 blocks away on the obsidian platform from the end island, which sucked because that meant, I had to die. There was no saving that. One of the last things I want to bring is ender pearls. Just for a quick save kind of thing. I think I've moved those to mob drops. I've got 4, and I typically don't use ender pearls a lot in an end fight, but, for a last ditch kind of effort, say I'm maybe falling off the end island or something, it would be nice to have those, and know that I could potentially save myself if I'm falling into the void. And then there's 2 more things on this. I need to fill up a bucket with water, get a water bucket clutch going. Not very good at performing water bucket clutches, but it's not impossible. I would definitely rearrange my hotbar so that it would be really easy to access the water bucket, say I get flung into the air and that I don't die from fall damage. But that being said, I do have Feather Falling 4 on these boots, and you would be shocked at just how much Feather Falling 4 actually reduces fall damage. I mean, it's you can fall from significantly higher platforms in the nether, maybe 60 blocks down, and live easily. It's shocking. So even if I don't successfully accomplish a water bucket clutch, I'm probably gonna live anyway, just from having Feather Falling 4. We've actually already dealt with most of the stuff that we need to, so this might end up being kind of a short episode. But the last thing that I want to bring is a just obscene amount of torches. I want to be able to light up consistently, but also, you can't break the Ender Dragon egg in a traditional way. You have to drop it like you would an anvil or a piece of sand onto a torch, or you could even use pistons or something. I just want to make sure that when we get there, I can actually pick up the egg and, not have forgotten that. So let me, how much coal do we have? Oh, we've got more than plenty here. So I might as well just go ahead and make a stack of torches. I've got more than enough wood to make that happen. And actually, well, I was going to say while we're at it, I should bring a crafting table or something, but I should put a crafting table in my ender chest, just so there's technically one always on me. So if I need to pull out a crafting table while I'm in the end, there is one there for me. I'm going to turn these into sticks, and then that's a stack of torches right there. Well, actually, it's 4 stacks, so more than enough. So looking at my list to prepare, I've already done blocks. That's definitely going to be more than enough blocks. I don't think I'm going to need much more than that. I've got 4 ender pearls, which, again, those are going to be there for emergency's sake, so I don't think I really need more than 4. I don't think I'll end up using them at all if I'm, really safe about how I play the end fight. But if I do see Enderman while we're doing other tasks today, I'll see about getting more ender pearls. We've already done our water bucket. We've done torches. So that leaves us with 2 main things today. We have to finish turning the rest of those apples into golden apples. And then I'd like to get close to 4 stacks of arrows, which I don't think either of these tasks will take too long. There is one other item that I have on the task list. I've got parentheses maybe around it because it's a consistent theme that we've dealt with this entire series thus far. Potions. I have still been completely unable to make potions during this entire playthrough because of my inability to find nether wart. Of the, I think we found either 2 or 3 fortresses by this point. Neither of them have had nether wart in them, and it's a giant issue. So if I get done early with the golden apples and the arrows, I may see about going into the nether and, seeing if I can find another fortress to hopefully get us nether wart, and then I can maybe brew potions just a little bit. But that'll only happen if we get through this really, really quick. So I think I'm gonna focus on the arrows and the apples for now. While I'm doing that, I think I'm actually gonna plant a bunch of oak saplings on the chance that I can get even more apples. So the first thing I'll do is I'll plant those. We'll go down to the mine. We'll pull up as much gold as we can. And then if we see gravel down there, I'll mine that as well. Oh, I should also mention, we are now on 1.21.6. That just came out 2 days ago as of the time of recording this. I'm actually already noticing some differences here. For instance, the fog has changed. Just even from stuff I can still see, there's definitely a little bit of a fog around everything now. And I know that changes based on the biome you're in and stuff, but there's a whole lot of extra content that we're going to be able to look at. It would probably be in Season 2, but there are going to be some potential changes to what we end up doing throughout this series. There's a lot of really cool quality of life things in this series, in 0.6 as well. They changed leads now, a ton of lead mechanics that actually makes them super, super useful as far as what you can actually tie together. And they also changed the crafting recipe so that you no longer need a slime ball to craft leads. So leads are closer to being early game items now. The same deal kind of goes for saddles. Saddles you were never able to craft. And now that you can craft them, you can get horses really super early. I think I have a whole bunch of extra saddles already. But, those are just some nice quality of life things. This looks quite a bit different. It's not that different realistically, but it's different enough for me to notice as somebody who's been playing this game for, more than 12 years. I have to say, this world has been shockingly successful. And I know I've talked about this a whole lot before, but given that we're kind of here at the end of the first season of this series, it just feels worth it mentioning that again. This might be, I've beat Minecraft many, many times in survival mode, but thinking about it now, I don't know if I've ever done a hardcore playthrough and successfully beat the dragon. This might be the first time, which is shocking with how long I've played this game. But I've also never really played hardcore all that much. I mentioned a long time ago that probably the last time I played hardcore was maybe in my first 3 years of owning Minecraft. So it's nice to see that I've got the skills capable that it takes to do this now. Okay. Now we're back in the cave. You can see when I'm taking fall damage here, nothing. Just, that was a heart of damage from maybe 20 blocks up. That's so nice. I'm so glad I really don't have to be anywhere near as careful as I was being before. I say that I don't have, I have totems or something, but if the only way you're gonna really screw up that bad and need totems is if you're doing something stupid, really, really stupid. If you take an elytra and fly into a wall at maximum velocity. I'm not about to do that. I'll be using an elytra a lot, and having a totem in my offhand will be something I regularly do. But it's not like, I don't think I'm gonna pop that many of those in my playthrough. I saw a meme a while ago about how as soon as people get like a raid farm going in their hardcore worlds, how careful they actually stop being. And that's true. Every once in a while, I'll see like a clip on TikTok of like somebody doing their hardcore playthrough, just run into the walls with their elytra, just popping totems constantly, falling from like 200 plus block heights and just like being okay with it. Like, oh my god, I don't think I would be that willing to risk a world I've spent that much time on. And it's a crazy concept to me, but who knows? Maybe I will just like get used to it at some point. It's 29 gold. I've got 5 ingots, and there's a bunch in the furnace right now. I think I haven't been down here yet, and I've got most of the gold that I could immediately see. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head down into this stretch of the cave, and just see if there's like any gold immediately here. But if I had to take a guess, I've got all that I need to finish turning the rest of the apples I have into golden apples. You know, it might not be a bad idea, just like when I go into the portal, to have a pumpkin on my head so I don't like immediately look at an enderman, on the chance that like I spawn in and there's one like right in front of me. So I think I'll do that too. And I know where a bunch of pumpkins are by my house, so when we go back up, which I think we're gonna do now, I feel satisfied with that much gold. I'll see about getting a pumpkin. I really don't think we'll need it, but just because this is a hardcore world, it feels worth being, you know, just taking precautions. So, let me go put the rest of this gold in the furnace. We're going to pull out the gold that was here, and it's 23, so that's at least 2. Got 2 more golden apples I need to make. So I'll put these in my working chest. And yeah, so the gold that's in the furnace right now is going to be more than enough. Oh, let me sort out that pumpkin, just so I have it ready. I have 1 in here, so that's perfect. And I know where another patch of them is if I need more. So I think you actually, because it used to be that all pumpkins were carved, but I think I have to take shears now to a pumpkin to make that happen. Yeah, okay, cool. There's my shears. Goes away. Grab my pumpkin. Move this to the working chest. So now we've got a pumpkin. We'll jump in the portal with this on our head. Might as well put the rest of these blocks in here. Okay. Let me make some extra fences, and I'm gonna go trap a bunch of chickens too. Actually, before I do that, I just remembered I need to put this book on my helmet. So I actually don't know how many levels this is gonna take me to do. I really hope it's around what I'm at right now, but okay. Helmet. Book 20. Okay, we can make that happen by the end of the stream. That'll honestly probably just passively happen where I don't have to like try and make it happen. Okay. So we've got our pumpkin sorted out. We've got most of our golden apples ready. Oh, chickens, that's right. And actually with this, we now have all of our golden apples sorted out. And if we happen to get more, that would be nice too. Let's see about getting this set up. I need to get as many chickens as I possibly can within a short amount of time here. So, fence gate. I really should put some hoppers under this little chicken pen I'm about to make, so I can capture the eggs that they would actually, you know, lay and stuff, so I can get even more. But I really don't feel like I have time to do all that. And if I want to do that, I'll have to set it up like better and properly. So, okie dokie. I just need to get enough chickens to the point where I can get, I think 4 arrows you need is 1 recipe's worth. Yeah, every time you craft arrows, I think you get 4 per. I'm not sure though, so we'll have to see about that. All right, sick. Okay, well, that's interesting because I'm already done with golden apples, which happened a lot faster than I thought it was going to. I'm working on arrows right now with the chickens. So that only leaves me with arrows and potions. Oh, and I also need to do this too, and I'm at level 19. So I guess while we're waiting on the chickens to do their thing, I can go search for some gravel and get a bunch of flint. You know, I would like to get like 4 stacks of arrows at the very minimum. I mean, it's so interesting. They've really been putting a lot of effort into like changing like older atmospheric effects recently, and it's just such a change. You know, Minecraft's lighting engine has been the same for so long. I'm just not used to seeing anything different here. Yeah, see, no gravel, all flint. That's awesome. If I think about it like torches, if you take a stack of coal and a stack of sticks, you get 4 stacks of torches. So if I need to make arrows and they also do the same thing, I need a stack of sticks, I need a stack of feathers, and I need a stack of flint. And I've already got my stack of flint, which is awesome. If I had to take a guess, the hardest thing here is probably gonna be my feathers. I mean, I don't even need to come down here anymore if that's the case. Now, I do want to mention that with this being the second to last episode, I want to get as much done as I possibly can as far as what I need to for the end fight. So, starting at the beginning of the next episode, I will be at the portal already, pretty much. And that'll be where we pick up off from. I'm a little bit nervous about it just because I have spent so much time on this world already. And, you know, if I don't think I'm going to have any issue getting rid of the dragon, but I just don't want to have to, like, worry about it. I'm just a little nervous, and I think that makes sense. You know, it's a hardcore world. I've spent a lot of time doing my armor and stuff. I mean, you guys have seen... I mean, I don't even remember what episode we're on YouTube. I think this is, like, stream number 14, but on YouTube, the episode is, like... The number of that is, like, much higher, because a lot of the times I'll split long episodes into 2 separate episodes when they get uploaded. Anvil. That's right. That's what I was doing. Take off my helmet. Combine this with the book. 20 levels. I now have no experience, but we are done with our armor as much as we possibly could be before this fight, which is phenomenal. I'm super, super happy about that. I'm glad that's done and over with. I don't have to think about it anymore. That took entirely too long, as far as like the last several episodes that I spent working on it. I mean, oh my god, it was ridiculous. How do you make a fletching table? Because I thought that has something to do with arrows. I wonder if there's a villager willing to give trades for arrows. I'm thinking about alternate sources of getting arrows, so hold on for a second. Let me look up a fletching table, and maybe I can just make a villager to do it. Okay, we can do that easily. Just a crafting table with some flint on top of it. I just got a ton of flint. So if I've never used a Fletcher villager. I don't actually know what they trade. I would hope it would be like cool arrows and stuff, or just arrows in general. Would make what I'm trying to do a lot easier right now, and I know I definitely have extra villagers in here. Okay. There are some unused adults here. Okay, is it turning night or something? Is that why you're not getting jobs? Oh, okay, you. Oh my god, okay! That's awesome! What? Okay, I've never thought to do that before, but with how long I know that this is gonna take, it just makes a ton of sense for me to, go grab, emeralds and just buy them. Like, if I already had chickens, it would be far more like better for me to go and, you know, spend some time, you know, cultivating chickens and everything. But I've just never thought to use a Fletcher. This is literally the first time I will have ever done this at this point. It's not free, but I have infinite money. You know, the world is my wallet. So, oh my god, that kind of just came in clutch. I just wasted a ton of time, but that's okay. Oh my god, that's like 3 stacks right there. Wait, that's basically 4 stacks. Huh? And I actually have extra time. So, I think what I'm gonna... I mean, is he out of stock? He is out of stock. Wait, no, he's not. So I can still buy more if I want. I've got 16 emeralds. Here's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go put away the stuff that I just got. Put that in my working chest and everything. We are done with everything on the task list that I said I was gonna do. So because we have extra time, we are going to go to the nether. I hate it. I don't want to do it, but we're gonna do it. We need to find a singular piece of nether wart. If I can make that happen and we can get potions too before the end of this stream, that would be phenomenal. I'm not saying that it's something I necessarily need to do, but it would be nice to have it. Didn't think I was gonna attempt to do this again before the season ends, but here we go. We will try this one last time in season 1 of this hardcore playthrough. And if we don't find it within like half an hour, I give up. We will at some point eventually get potions. That will happen. But whether or not it happens during this season is debatable. It's probably not. I've got everything that I said I was going to do today anyway. So, at the start of the next stream, at that point, we're going to go to wherever I said we were going to go. It's really quiet in here, I'm just now realizing. I stream with music off, even though I love Minecraft's soundtrack. I haven't really talked about that all that much just because it has been off this whole time. Hello? Basalt Delta. But this isn't the one that I know is close to a basalt. Is this a new one? This isn't very far. This is only like 400 blocks away. If this is a new one, I don't recognize this one at all. Hold on. Are we actually about to do... I swear to God, if we find a 3rd fortress with no nether wart, I'm going to eviscerate my entire bloodline. I don't recognize this fortress at all, and there's so much inside. That's key, because you can only find the nether wart by the stairs inside of it. The other nether fortresses I've seen have been mostly, like, surface, like, it's mostly been balconies and stuff. Oh my god. Holy crap, this is definitely a new one. It was only like 400 blocks away too. I could have sworn this was a direction I've already been, but I guess not. Oh my god. There's 2 of them right next to each other. Holy crap. Oh my god, it took forever, but we finally did it. Oh my god. We're literally saved. It took the entire first season to find nether wart, but we did it. Oh my god. I don't even know. It just took so long to make that happen. I don't even know how to feel about this. Like, I feel like I should feel rewarded, but I'm just like more shocked than anything else. Holy crap. Okay, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We got everything we need for the first time ever. It's the first time a nether trip has been... Okay. Oh my god, stuff is spawn blocking the path. It's gonna make it as difficult as possible for me to leave. Now that I've got nether wart, it knows it's gonna do everything it can to be put in my way. We have to get the fuck out of here. Oh, we gotta get the fuck out of Ohio. I don't even know what potions I'm gonna make. I haven't even thought about that at all. So that begs the question, what do I spend my time doing now? Do I just spend some time buying potions and stuff? Or not buying, making them. I can make them. I don't even need to talk to my other guy, the guy with the broom stand. It starts with an R, I think. I don't remember. I think probably the best potions I could make would be swiftness, strength, healing, and regeneration. I don't think fire resistance will do me any good. Okay, so let me clear out my inventory. I'm honestly shocked that we found any nether wart at all. I never thought we would ever see the day on this world. So yeah, I have a bunch of gas tiers left over, so I'm gonna make some regeneration potions first. Oh, that's so weird. I forget you can craft those. I honestly think that's a little bit too easy. Like, I think you should only be able to find them in the nether. I think crafting them's a little excessive. Makes it too easy to get them. Okay, glass. I need to make some more regular glass so I can make bottles. I always forget that it doesn't just make one, it makes 3 per potion ingredient. So turn these all into awkward potions using a nether wart first. Need some more blaze powder, which I think I've got some more in the nether chest. And then we'll do that over here too to these. Because you need to turn your water bottles into awkward potions before you can turn them into regen or swiftness. And then I'll make a bunch of sugar. And then we'll turn these ones into the swiftness, and then these ones will be the regen. So gas tier is what it takes to do regen. And then the next thing you have to do is you use redstone and glowstone dust to either extend or make it more powerful. So I think I want to do just regular regen, but it lasts longer. And to do that, I think it's redstone is the one that extends the time. So yeah, for the regen, we will make that redstone so it lasts longer. And then for the swiftness, we might as well make those longer too. I don't feel the need to make swiftness too. And then I think that's all we really need as far as potions. I said there were 4 ones that I could make that. Swiftness was 1. Strength. Oh, I kind of do want to do strength. Okay, that requires that I do blaze powder though. So I'm almost 100% sure. Yeah, I knew I had more blaze rods. Yeah, we'll make a bunch of strength potions as well. I think strength 2 would be better to make. Oh, what the hell just happened? What? Is that how you make mud? I didn't even know how to make it, but apparently that's how you do it. You put a water bottle on a piece of dirt. I had no idea that's how that worked. I've never made it before, so I've never tried. That's so funny. I didn't even mean to accidentally discover that. Awkward potion, put a blaze powder there. Strength potions are a lot easier to make than I thought. The fact that they only take blaze powder, it kind of surprises me. It feels like it would be something a lot more complicated, but I just never realized, strength potions are arguably one of the best potions in the game, in my opinion. So there's our first set of strength 2. And here's our regular strength. Put more glowstone on that. We've got another set of strength 2 when it's finished. So I think what I'm going to do as we round out the end of this episode here, is I'm going to empty out my inventory and I'm going to set it up so that it's ready for when we go in. Bricks. Okay. So we are as ready as we could possibly be to go to the end at this point. So here's what I'm going to do. I need 3 critical tools. I'm going to put everything else away. We need my sword, we need my bow, and we need my pickaxe. Well, I may actually get a little bit more food before I leave. But what we got in our working chest, I'm going to put my golden apples here. I think I'm going to put my water bucket there. My ender pearls there. I'll put my first strength 2 there. And then take out all the potions that we just made. Oh, okay. So now that we've done that, we'll take our carved pumpkin. We'll fill the remaining bit of our inventory with our blocks and such. I actually need to make space for arrows, so I'm going to need to figure this out here. You know what? I think we'll get rid of those. Yeah, I think that's probably the best idea. Get rid of the regular speed potions. My inventory is as full as it could be here. There's literally nothing more I could do to prepare for this fight. So, oh man, I can't believe we're finally here. You know, and that worked out perfectly. So I'm gonna sleep. And guys, in the next one, it'll be time to fight the dragon. So I will see you then, and we will conclude the first season of this hardcore playthrough.